Another first down.
All right, y'all, we are live for our stream here. Due to legal purposes, I start my stream after the game starts, so just to get that cleared up.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. The shotgun. It's a throw for McCarthy. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't.
All right, let's see what we can get going here.
The ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Robert Spillane spills him there. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Be sure to hit like and subscribe. It's your boy Blitz King. So let's see what we can do to pull this off.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's
okay, something not looking right, y'all.
And they will take their final timeout of this half. And of note, since they're out of timeouts, they cannot challenge for the remainder of this half.
Yeah, something don't look right. Something looks off, yeah.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down.
Okay. I really don't like having to take off like that, but, I just do if I can. I just, take what the defense gives me. Especially when I'm not, it doesn't seem like I'm getting the plays that I want here. Still getting used to this playbook here. It's amazing that I got this far to the Super Bowl with this playbook. I mean, it's a good playbook, so. Basically using like the Cardinals playbook. Let's see here. Okay, that's why.
On 1st and 10,
there we go.
It's McCarthy. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now McCarthy.
There we go. Get in there, get there, yeah, there we go. Good moves. Have to make some football moves there. Get that touchdown.
Find Brown out of the backfield.
So often these defenses.
Once again, we are looking at the Super Bowl right now. I do play. I do play Madden Ultimate Team head-to-head seasons. So, and basically the premise is that if you win in like 8 games, then basically, you'll be eligible to play for the Super Bowl. And I was able to get my 8 games in, and I won those, and now I'm here.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
Yeah.
Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep.
So I was actually went undefeated in the season. Like so throughout the season, obviously through the playoff, because you get a bye if you go 8-0. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go undefeated in the season, then you get a bye and you only got to play 2 playoff games before you hit the Super Bowl.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Hey, get in there.
Here for Kyron Williams. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
There we go.
Run here for Williams.
Have to get that down, y'all.
Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Set up my defense here a little bit.
Goddard that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
All right, let's see here.
From the gun, it's Herbert. This one.
All right.
It's incomplete.
There we go.
Separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th
If I could
down.
pull this off, this would be my first bowl, Super Bowl of
these last couple plays.
Madden
That's 2
26.
consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
There we go. So I got that Khalil Mack.
Daring ball on 4th
I think he's like at 86 right now.
down. Work out. And it results in a turnover on down. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10.
There we go.
Get rid of it and complete it. And he's in. Antonio Gates.
All right.
Touchdown, Chicago.
We getting some work done, y'all. We getting work done. This is a good start. Let's not squander this.
Quarterback, and I think this is a great example
Well.
here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's
Oh, man.
with his legs, and that's a big-time connection.
He had to try. He had to try.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal
Well.
line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback.
All right.
All has to be on point.
Let's get back to it.
Wasn't on that last play, and
Be sure to hit like and subscribe. It's your boy Blitz King, streaming live from the Super Bowl, Madden 26 on the Switch 2.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
I mean, I'm having a good time on the Switch too. You know, I also have the PS5 version of Madden 26. So I mean, like I'm still enjoying that as well. But I like the fact how, because I was out of town this weekend and I just took my Switch 2 with me, and they had Wi-Fi there, so I was able to play some of my seasons while I was away.
Shotgun now for Herbert.
I was able to play some of my regular season and playoff games, while I was away, and I just got back earlier today, and so now I'm gonna, just play it docked for the Super Bowl. That's why I'm able to like stream it this way.
4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical.
Let's see if I'm playing better. Let's see if I can play better, a little bit better dock than handheld, because basically playing handheld got me this far, you know, it got me through the season, got me through the playoffs. Playing handheld while I was away.
Moving outside the pocket. He's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker. 47. 3rd and inches.
There we go. Stop that. We needed that stop. Well, it's not a stop yet. He's probably gonna go for it. Yeah. I mean, of course it's Madden. They're gonna go for it. Of course they're gonna go for it. It's Madden.
Put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal. But nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Okay.
Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do have the first down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Now, Herbert.
There we go. Take them. Take those.
Push the ball down the field. It's an interception.
Y'all playing like the Bears playing today in preseason. They beating the Bills right now in the preseason game. I mean, I know it's just preseason, but like, yeah. But shout out to the Bears. And my Bears on here, as you can see, are doing pretty good. Good start for the Super Bowl. You know, hopefully we can maintain this, you know.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy.
And this is where the versatility of the tight
Oh
end
man, this is where I messed up taking all those timeouts, but something was just kind of off earlier. Like, I don't know. I couldn't find my plays the way I wanted to find them.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Bears first down.
The defender has to do a better
But this is still good. I mean, you play every mode that you can play on the PS5. Yeah, of course you don't have crossplay, but there's still a lot of people playing online for the Switch. Still a lot of people online. Like I was looking at the online numbers earlier. I saw like 180,000 plus for the Switch 2. And you know, Switch 2 is on its own server. You know, it doesn't share with the other platforms, and the other platforms they have the same server. So when you look at the PlayStation, they had about the same number of people on there too, about 180,000 plus. So you know, people are playing on Switch. Get it. Oh. Trying to get a score before the half goes out. It was a little OG play.
Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy.
Come on. Yes, there we go. All right. Bringing that tight end over there kind of took attention off of him a little bit. Old classic deceptive moves, you know. That don't work on everybody now. That don't work on everybody. I mean, that don't work just on just anybody. So beware.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Well, there we go.
Throwing again is McCarthy. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to see the Super Bowl celebration if we win. You know, that's if the user who I'm playing against, you know, decides to play the full game. I know it could be frustrating when you're down 21-0, so I can understand. But, you know, let's see if he'll stick it through.
First half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25.
But, you know, after this, I'll show you what you get, you know, after you win a bowl. I'm sure they're going to give me a few packs or whatever. Yeah. Looks like he's going to quit. We got a bowl, y'all. Yep. See? He conceded. So we won a bowl. There we go. First bowl win. First bowl win for Madden 26. Let's see what we get here.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far.
Let's see what rewards they're going to give us for winning the bowl. Would have been nice if y'all could have saw the little celebration.
You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone. Even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show,
I like this song. It's a nice song.
baby girl, you a prime time.
They got a decent soundtrack for this Madden.
Coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and all that.
Let's see the Hail Mary pack. Can I open this? Continue? Yes. Okay. I was pressing the wrong button. That's why it was taking so long. Veteran Super Bowl Champion pack. Let's check this out. Let's open up this pack. Oh, it went back to it. Well, before I open up that pack, I'm going to show you how it looks. So, you know, I play this mode head-to-head seasons. Well, I go to head-to-head mode in MUT. Well, let me just go back some. Let me go back to like the beginning menu, lead ultimate team, and show you where I be going into. So let's check this out. So as you know, you got different modes you can play. Quick play, play now. Play now, you can play this mode, you know, even offline. So you can play offline against the CPU or against someone locally, you know, y'all on the same couch or y'all near each other, you know. So if you want to play offline, you can do that with the Switch too. You can play offline in play now mode. You can play franchise mode offline as well. But of course, you know, if you have internet connection, you can do Ultimate Team, you can do online franchise, you can do online head-to-head. So yeah. But anyway, you know, I'm at home, so I got internet, so obviously I'm logged in. So I go to here to Ultimate Team. I play the other modes too. I play regular online. I play regular online head-to-head as well. But I be in MUT a lot lately. I'm going to open up the packs in a little bit, you know, some of the packs that I got from winning the Super Bowl. So I'm going to check that out. So head to head. So I play this mode head to head seasons. And so, and it even keeps a record, I think, of your wins, of like your Super Bowl wins. Let me take a look at this. Don't start up a game. I don't want to start up a game. Okay, no, because they're going to start up a game, no. Let's see here. Oh, leaderboards, okay. So, you're going to see me. This dude, Patriots, I think he beat me before in the playoffs. I think he beat me before. He got 10 Super Bowl wins. Let's see here. And as you can see, that's me right there. Number 18, Blitz King Tribe. That's my record. 31-10. 31-10. As you can see, I'm on an 8-game winning streak. And as you can see, y'all just witnessed me win my first Super Bowl here. So I got one Super Bowl win so far, and the game has only been out since August 14th. What day are we on? August 17th. Well, technically, if you want to count the previous week for the for the early access release, I did have access to the early access release, but so I was playing the early access as well. So I had that. So first win, like really trying to win and stuff like that. 31-10 is my record in head-to-head seasons mode. They do have a non-seasons head-to-head. So you got head-to-head rank right here. So you can start up a match here. They got so you got head-to-head seasons in which you can play your way through the playoffs and win a Super Bowl like you just witnessed me win a bowl. Then they have head-to-head rank. And remember, we're still in the Ultimate Team mode. So within the Ultimate Team mode, there's separate other modes, So once again, I'll show you again. Go back out. So I'm going to Ultimate Team again. And, each mode has a variation of different sub modes within it. And there's a lot you can do in Ultimate Team. So I'll be going over to, as you can see, you can play challenges. You can play challenges against the CPU, different events, play against a friend, you can practice. Then, but right here, head to head, it says face off against other players in head to head online matches. And then when you click on that, you got head to head seasons. Then you got non-seasons head to head ranked. So you can rise in the rankings of that, try to become like the top 100 player. All Madden head to head, compete against your friends on all Madden difficulty with previous play disabled. Then there's 6-6 squad up in a weekly 6-on-6 event. Take on 5 games. Take on 5 games up to 3 times a week with your squad to earn rewards. Then there's squads. Gather your squad and earn your spot in the playoffs. And then there's Gauntlet, which costs to get in there. Gang points. Gang currency like 50,000. And as you can see, I have like over 368,000. So I can afford to get into this if I want to get into the Gauntlet. I haven't really tried that much, but as you can see, there's different modes you can try out. I hear a lot of people they be playing squads, like they play squad seasons, and there's also outside of Ultimate Team when you go into like I think they have squads that's outside of MUT. I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so these are the different modes you can do in MUT, and not only just these head-to-head modes, but these solo modes here versus CPU solo champions. Use your solo champions silver key earned from weekly field pass objectives to enter solo champions on easy difficulty, solo champions medium, solo champions hard, solo seasons the league. 10 wins earn you a spot in the playoffs, but it'll only take 3 losses in the regular season to end your season then and there. Progress through increasingly difficult randomized CPU opponents on your way to ever improving rewards. So then got solo seasons the run, 4 levels, 5 games. The deck will be stacked against you, but the rewards will increase with each victory you claim. I think you have what it takes to complete the run. Prove it. All right, so as you can see, it's packed with modes. I mean, these modes have been available in MUT. I mean, MUT, Madden Ultimate Team, has been available within Madden for quite some time now. I really just started getting into Ultimate Team last year in Madden 25. I'm playing Madden 26, so this would be like my second year of like really playing around with Madden Ultimate Team. Previously, I avoided Ultimate Team. I strictly played franchise, or I played online head-to-head regular, or regs as they call it. That's what I played. But Madden Ultimate Team is like basically EA's live service for Madden, in which like if you want to build up your team, you can win packs and tokens and things like that to help upgrade your team and get stronger players. And then in some cases, you may spend actual money on different packs so that you can get even more powerful players. And yeah, last year when I first got into MUT, I was, I did purchase some packs here and there. As a matter of fact, we'll go into that a little bit later. But yeah, solo seasons, the league. I haven't played this one. This is CPU. This is random ass CPU opponents. Whereas the season that I just finished. And by the way, when I say seasons, I'm not even talking about franchise mode. That's a different thing. That's a totally different thing. So with head-to-head seasons, you play against actual opponents. So so as you can see here, if I want to make it to the regular season, I got to make sure that I get at least 5. If I want to make it to the playoffs, I got to make sure that I get 5 wins and avoid 3 losses. And each game that you play in this mode, you play against an opponent. So you're not playing against the CPU at all in this mode. Whereas this one versus the CPU seasons, they got different ones. Solo seasons, the league, and that's the requirement for that. But then franchise, that's different. So like I can go into franchise and do a season, and you can do franchise offline against the CPU, or you can have a league that's filled with all 32 teams having a user. That's possible if you can get 32 players. But sometimes my leagues have been small, whether it's be me or a friend, just 2 of us, or maybe 3 of us. The most that I've been in was like maybe 10 to 15. And then even as the season progresses, some people just drop out or they're not playing their games. Then they have to get kicked or whatever. So yeah, so these are some of the leagues that I've been. I mean, they haven't really gotten underway. Like this is my league right here. So if y'all ever want to do online franchise with me, just go into my league, hard mode, the league. Or if you want to start something else, send me an invite, or I can start up a different league that has different parameters to it. So if you want to, we can get into the details about that. Maybe, so definitely, you can comment if you're interested in playing online franchise with me. That's where I really got into Madden at, playing franchise with friends locally, since Madden 2004. You know what I'm saying? I may be showing my age here, sorry. But yeah, so even back then, 'cause obviously back then they did not have like online franchise. I think they had online play, but they didn't have like online franchise. And so if you wanted to play franchise with other users, they had to be there with you locally, on the couch with you, like so sharing the same console. So that's how it was back then. So me and a couple of friends, we would play franchise mode, try to compete to see who get the Super Bowl, and basically boasting rights. And so a lot of crap talking, a lot of thrown controllers, a lot of deleted files, glitched, and saying like, oh, I could have won the Super Bowl if the game didn't glitch, if my memory card didn't mess up. So yeah, stuff happens. And keep in mind, people may complain about like the Switch 2 version may be like the lesser in terms of performance and graphics compared to the PS5 and the Xbox versions of Madden, but it's still a good Madden. It's still a good Madden game overall. It's still, I mean, whatever problems this has, it's the same problems that you'll find on the PS5 or the Xbox version. Those versions, any version of Madden has like glitches in it. When it comes down to an EA, Madden game, they have legacy bugs and glitches that we don't understand why they're not fixed or why it happens. So that happens on Madden on any platform. So, I don't think Madden should be used as like a benchmark. You should never use Madden as a benchmark for a system's performance and graphics. So like Madden on PS5 and Xbox Series X, I don't think are like is like a benchmark title for those systems. That really showcases what those systems can do. Because like I feel like with the Madden series, with this being like an annual series, you don't get necessarily like the full best of it. And it's like, why do we support this? Because it's still fun. We still have fun with it. We like the updated rosters. We like some of the tweaks that they like to do here and there. But it's like gradual differences between each Madden year after year. That's the reason why, like, when you're talking about the Switch 2 and its performance, I've seen games perform better on the Switch 2 than like this game, so this title wouldn't be like the game that you show like, hey, look, the Switch can do this. Like, not necessarily. I mean, in the sense of being able to take it on the go, yes, absolutely. Because I've talked to many individuals doing game chats who were on their break at work playing me in handheld mode. They were in handheld mode on their break at work playing me online. So you can see the benefit there in terms of like having a Switch 2 and playing Madden on Switch 2. And in some cases, there are some people who only have a Switch 2. They don't have a PS5 or Xbox. They just have the Switch 2. So, if that's the case, then yeah, you're good. You're good. If you're someone like myself who has a PS5 or Xbox Series X, it's kind of up to you. It's up to you. Some of you, if you're hung up on, if you're like if you're a frame rate snob, if you're a snob about frame rate, then this may not be the version for you. Okay. I mean, I do prefer a smoother frame rate also, but it's not like a hang up, and I am used to the better frame rate on the PS5 version, okay? Because I play Madden on PS5, so obviously the frame rate is much better on there, and I'm kind of used to that too. But this is not bad at all. I mean, it's 30 frames per second. It's not a stable 30 frames per second, but it's still not to the point where I feel like, okay, the game is unplayable. It's still playable. It's still fun, and and I also feel like it doesn't look like an eyesore. It does look. It's still pretty deep. It looks like Madden. I mean, y'all just saw me play the Super Bowl there, and it looks like Madden. Obviously, on the stream, you won't really be able to, and it may not look as good like when you're streaming it. But I do have like live capture, like that I've done with my capture card of like, so that you can all see what it looks like when I'm playing it. So I do have videos posted that I was able to record on my capture card. So be sure to check that out as well. So yeah, I'm just checking y'all out, checking out Madden 26 and seeing what's going on there. It's actually 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I've been chatting with a guy on X. We've been monitoring like how many people are playing at different times of the day. So I'm going to go into online head-to-head, because that's going to give you a good idea of like how many people are online for the Switch 2 version. Okay, so it's so it's 10 p.m. Central, which would be 11 p.m. Eastern. And we have 206 players searching and 168,307 players online for the Switch 2 version. It says medium right now, so I guess this is pretty. Earlier I saw 180,000. That was around 7:30ish. So dipped off a little bit, but that's still strong for this time of evening. So. Still a lot. As you can see, you won't have any problem getting a match, especially during peak hours like this. And even when it's non-peak hours, you can still get a match. It's just that it'll take a little longer to find. Obviously, on the PS5 versions, you'll find a match pretty quick as well. But we'll see how this maintains. And I think that this is a pretty good start for the Switch 2 if you're looking at that right now. I think like on the charts there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go into let's see here, Nintendo eShop. Yeah, that's me try. Yep. So as you can see, well, at least they have a feature. They're supporting their third party, so that's good. They got, since Madden was just released, the standard edition at least was released just a few days ago. And let's go down here to bestsellers and look at this, like Madden 26, the regular edition, not is number two. Number two. And number three is a Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously, number one is Donkey Kong Bonanza. As you see, that's a game that I do have, and I've been playing the crap out of that. So it's a very good game. Game of the year contender. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I know a lot of people are saying it's going to be Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I haven't played that game yet, so maybe I need to try it out. It's a turn-based RPG, and it's a different take on turn-based RPGs, and it's a turn-based RPG that's done by a Western developer, by a European developer, and not a Japanese developer. So it'd be a little different. So we'll see what happens with that, how the game of the year runnings. And then we're only in, August. So we have two game of the year contenders in Donkey Kong Bonanza and also Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and also a couple of others. So I know a number of other titles are coming out. So it'll be interested to see how these game awards go. I know they have different kinds of game awards, different outlets, media, whatnot. They have their own little award thingies. So we'll see how Donkey Kong Bonanza shapes out with Game of the Year nominations and maybe wins. Let's see. But for right now, we're in August, and Madden just released, and like I said, it's the number 2 on the Nintendo eShop. So, and that's pretty good because there's this stigma about third parties on Nintendo Switch 2 platforms, on Nintendo's platforms in general, that third parties don't do that well or whatever. So, I'm sure that the PS5 and Xbox Series S versions are going to perform strong, maybe stronger than the Switch 2. However, I think this is still going to be a good start for them on Switch 2. I think that this is still very profitable for them on Switch 2. Because that's what they're going to be monitoring, so that'll determine whether or not they will, bring out another version of this next year. So I'm hoping that they do. I think this is a fair start. It could be better, like I said, with the framework, because like this title here, Donkey Kong Bonanza, 60 frames per second, and then even titles like we was even able to get even though it's not stable, it was able to get up to 40 frames per second on Cyberpunk, for instance. I think this new game, I know it's getting dragged online. I know it's getting dragged, but even this game has 60 frames per second. Jamboree definitely has 60 frames per second. Mario Kart World 60 frames per second. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have 60 frames per second. I even saw what was that game, WWE 2K5, that has 60 frames per second. So we know it's possible on the Switch too. It's just that it depends on the developer and the publisher, and how much time they spend on it, how much time they spend with it, and also the budget, because obviously the more time and effort that they put into it is going to be dependent upon the budget that they put aside for it. So like I said, Madden 26 on the Switch 2, it's off to a fair start, I think, in terms of its visuals and performance. So it's off to a fair start. It could definitely be better. If you want to say I don't think it's even fair to even compare it to let's say PS5 or Xbox Series X, because obviously those are more powerful systems and they a lot more wattage usage. I think for the Switch is they uses up to 25 to 30 watts or whatever. think 25 at the most for the Switch 2, whereas the Series X and the PS5 uses several hundred watts, and also they have like better processors as well. So, but for the Switch 2 to do what it's doing right now, with being like a hybrid console, it's still strong. And I think there's an old saying like, "Oh, you're only as good as like your last." Like in sports, they say you're only as good as your last game. Well, in the case of consoles, like you're only as good as your last console, and this is definitely an upgrade from the Switch One. So and that's what you look at the benchmark that what you compare it to is the previous console. That's what it is like. Does it improve upon what the last console that Nintendo put out? And yes, it does. It's definitely better graphically, better processor, stronger frame rate capabilities. The DLSS, the VRR, well, in handheld mode, that is VRR in handheld mode, and then just everything that you're gonna get. It's an upgrade. Even like the way the Joy Cons feel, the bigger Joy Cons. I do like that the screen size is a 1080p handheld screen, and it's capable of like you know obviously it can go up to higher than 1080p, docked, so you can upscale to 4K. Some games can get up to like 1440p, natively, and then it can be upscaled to 2K. So it really depends on like what title it is, and so we really haven't gotten any native 2K games. So most games are going to have to be like upscaled to that by your TV. So like take for instance like it's if you go into the settings here. No, 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 I'm not turning it off. And I'm not like the biggest tech person, so I could just be babbling here. But so display the dock out. What this is what it's outputting. Resolution 2160 60 hertz, as you can see. But it's capable of 120 hertz. But it depends on what title you have in or got booted up. And right now, as you see, I have Madden booted up, and it's only utilizing 60 hertz. So it depends on the developer, depends on the game, what they're going to take advantage of with the Switch 2. As you see, it's capable of 120 frames per second. And we know it's capable of like 4K, as you can see here. So it just depends on, who's putting it out, who's putting it out. Obviously, there are no games that are out right now that are putting out like that are rendering 4K or whatever. But it can be upscaled to 4K, which is much better than like what you got on the Switch One. I mean, even Apex Legends, which is another EA title, and that kind of surprised me because I think the early release version of Madden 26 and also the Switch 2 version, updated version of Apex Legends had launched the same week. And so I think first that week, it was like 2 weeks ago, first they dropped Apex Legends Switch 2 edition, and man, they did a good job with it. I mean, it runs at 60 frames per second. And as you know, those online matches with Apex Legends, that can get pretty intense. And so for it to have like a solid, consistent frame rate, running at 60 frames per second, that's pretty cool. And that's definitely, and then there's also a bump in resolution over the Switch One version. And there's even like comparisons between the Switch One version of Apex Legends and the Switch 2 version of Apex Legends. So EA did the developers, whatever development studio at EA that did this, they did a good job of this port in terms of like its performance and like its visuals. And like I said, Madden 26 could be better. Like I said, we know that the Switch 2 is capable of like better visuals and performance. So yeah, so here's hope that maybe they'll put out an update for Madden 26 that'll bump up the frame rate a bit there. Hopefully that'll happen. I had saw a couple of weeks ago. On the PS5 versions of and the PC version and Xbox version of Cyberpunk, they put out an update. They put out an update where that it added VRR, which helped with the frame rate. They gave a frame rate boost a bit, mostly to the PS5 Pro version, not so much the PS5 base. The PS5 base got a little bit better frame rate boost from the update, so we know it's possible for there to be like a frame rate boost, like update, firmware update or whatever. Not firmware, but like whatever patch. So hopefully, EA is mindful of that. They'll give be able to get us, maybe 40 to 60 frames per second for Madden. Right now, it's 30 frames per second, and it's not even like a necessarily a stable 30 frames per second, but still very playable, still fun, and it doesn't look like an eyesore. So that's fair for now. Now, if they're unable to do an update, then for Madden 26, okay, I get it. Hopefully, it sells enough, and maybe that'll send a message to EA that there is interest in their title on the Switch too, and so that maybe Madden NFL 27 next year would be even better. Like will get us the 60 frames per second, and maybe they'll have more time by then because the Switch 2 just came out just a few months ago. So I don't know how much time EA really had with the Switch 2. I know there's been some developers saying that they didn't get dev kits in enough time or whatever. So I don't know what the truth is to that. I'm not an industry insider or whatever. I just read things online. I hear about stuff. So hopefully, and even now with this current title, like with the more time that they spend on it, they could say they can do some updates for the Switch 2 version. I like even with Cyberpunk, it benefited the Switch 2 version still benefited from a patch update. I think it was 2.3 something, and that patch was for all versions: the PC, PS5s, Xbox Series X, and also the Switch 2. Benefited from that patch in which like it added auto drive. I think some other updates to the photo mode. And what else did it add there? And then also it added some more content in there, some more missions and vehicles was added for that patch, and the Switch 2 benefited from that patch too. They got that. But also with that patch, they did do a boost in frame rate, but that was mostly for like that they added VRR support for the PS5 and Series X versions of this game and PC. So they got that performance bit part of that update, whereas the Switch 2 version didn't get like that performance part of the update, but it did get the content update. So I did get that. But so hopefully we'll see some. Yeah, I mean they were saying that there would be a possible day one Madden 26 update, and obviously there was an update, but that was more so for content and roster update, not necessarily a performance update. So it'll probably be a few more weeks, or maybe after the season starts or whatever, like the real NFL season starts, maybe we'll see like a different uh, performance patch for all versions, because like I said, there are glitches and issues in any version of Madden. Madden has been historically glitchy. Okay, let's just say it. Madden has been historically glitchy, and Madden 26 is no exception on any platform. Okay, there have been mixed reviews about Madden in general. No matter the platform, the reviews have been pretty mixed, as is pretty much every year with Madden. The reviews are kind of mixed, so it really depends on who you are. I don't mind Madden. I do enjoy Madden. I get it just about every year. So maybe I'm adding to the problem. I don't know, but EA is the sole holder of the video game NFL simulation video game license. So they took it over a while ago. And 2K had to stop making 2K NFL. So yeah. Some people feel like, oh, well, if they had more competition, maybe things would be a little better in terms of football simulation games. So we don't know. This is what happens. Your Madden 26 is what you have when you're the sole licensed owner of the NFL in regards to football simulator video games, and and that's all I'm going to say to that. Uh, but we're maybe I'm putting too much faith in EA in that they may bring out like a performance update for the Switch 2. That'll be cool. But if not, we'll see. But as you know, I do support their titles, financially by buying them, and I do have Apex Legends and other EA games that are coming out. I tried out Battlefield. So that looks pretty nice. Even though I'm not like the biggest of shooter fans, but that'll be nice, compared to like let's say a Call of Duty or whatever. And speaking of Call of Duty, like what's going on with that? It's not going to release on the same day as the other versions on Switch 2. So on launch day, it's gonna. So when Call of Duty 7 when Call of Duty Black Ops 7, when that comes out, it's gonna release same day as like PS5. Xbox Series S and PC. They're gonna all release it on the same date, which likely I think November, October, sometime this fall. But the Switch 2 version, they said it's gonna be a little longer before they come out with that version. Now a little longer that could be the next day after those versions get it, or it could be a couple of weeks after those versions, or the following week, or maybe a couple of months. Uh, will it come out in 2025 on Switch 2? We don't know, but so we'll see if we get Call of Duty on Switch 2 and see what they can make of it. So, but yeah, there's still a lot of nice games on here. So, but back to Madden. I know I've been battling a bit here. But yeah, so let's check online again. Online head to head. Okay, I'm still logged in. And what time is it now? It's 20 minutes since I gave y'all that last update. So about the same, 168,000 people, 168,307 players online, 206 searching. It's highlighted as medium on here, so that's cool. I checked the PS5 version as well, and that was about the same amount of people, if not a little bit higher. So and keep in mind, like I said, it's cross-platform. It's not the Switch 2 version of Madden 26 is not cross-platform. So it's its own little thing. So that number that you saw is basically for Switch, whereas the numbers that I saw for the PS5 version, that's shared across other platforms. That's shared across the PS5, Series X, PC. So the total number of players, because like you can do cross play on those versions, and so somebody on the PS5 can play somebody on the Xbox Series X, or somebody on the Xbox Series X can play somebody on the PC. However, none of them can play against Switch 2 players, since the Switch 2 is only has its own thing, and it doesn't have cross-platform play. Once again, that's something that I would love for them to, add for the next Madden, or maybe even this one. If they can do an update, it'll be one hell of an update. If they can do that, I know we'll see if that's possible. So like, and maybe I'm asking for too much for this title for right now, being that the Switch 2 just came out, and I don't know how much time EA has had on with the Switch 2. So maybe it's too much for us to ask for 60 frames per second and also cross-platform play update being added for Madden 26. I wonder if that's possible for them to do that, or if that's just too much, or is what we got is just what we got. I don't know. We'll see. But let me know what you think. I still am enjoying my playthrough with Madden 26. But then again, I am a Madden player year in and year out. But I've had some great conversations online with other players, and they seem they're enjoying their Switch too. They like the fact that when someone is using the TV, they can just go in their room and lay across the bed and play their Switch 2 online. People got stick skills even in handheld mode. I played people who like I'll be docked and I'll be playing somebody who's might be using playing in handheld mode, and they got stick skills. They still got some skills and doing their thing, defeating me and defeating other players. And so it's some players out there on the Switch too who got some stick skills even in handheld mode. Okay, so they doing their thing. I play handheld mode like whenever I like whenever I like want to lay across the bed, or if I go somewhere, if I take a trip or whatever, I'll bring the Switch with me and I'm able to play handheld mode, while I'm traveling, even for like even without an internet connection. Like take for instance Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is a single player game. It's not like an online multiplayer game. It's a single player, platform story based game. Um, yeah, and you can play this without an internet connection. Of course, when if you'll when you first play it, you'll need an internet connection to like update it and install. But after that, you don't need an internet connection to play this game. You can play it offline. Uh, Same thing with Cyberpunk. This is a single player game, so doesn't have like an online multiplayer, and it's story driven. Uh, it's a first person, action adventure title. First person, RPG action adventure title. So it's like I said, you can play this without an internet connection. You know, you can play Zelda without an internet connection, and Mario Odyssey. This is a Switch One title. This Switch One title. You can play Metroid Dread offline. You can play this offline if you want. So, um, yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. We just want to thank you all for joining me. If you joined me earlier, you witnessed me win the bowl. And speaking of which, since we started off with the bowl, let me look at some of the stuff that I had won. 'Cause I think I showed you kind of like what the leaderboards look like. So once again, I'm in Ultimate Team. Let's see here. So once again, I had won the bowl in hit-to-hit seasons, and as you can see, you can check the leaderboards, like one rewards, leaderboard, field pass. Okay, so let's look at leaderboard, and it shows you like the record of people who play this particular mode in MUT. Uh, those who play seasons in MUT. So this guy, top 106 wins, 13 losses. So obviously he's a tough opponent to beat. He has 10 Super Bowl wins under his belt. So, yeah, I know it's kind of early into the Madden 26 life cycle. So, obviously, let's see who can overtake Patriots. I think he gave me a loss before in the playoffs. I don't know. I think his name looks familiar. Uh, um, yeah, play some players there. Okay. Yeah, and this is me, Blitz King Try. That's me. I'm 31 and 10, 31 wins, 10 losses. I'm on an 8-game winning streak, and I just won a Super Bowl. So I have one Super Bowl win right now. So what is it? August 17th, and the game was released. Well, the standard edition released August 14th, and so already I got my first bowl win, and more to come. Right. So let's see here. Now let's see what I got for winning the bowl. So these are some of the packs that I had got. So let's open this up. Okay, so McKinney. You know, they something it goes slower in Ultimate Team with these because they want to do these animations. So I like to just hurry up and go through the animations. Let's see here. So I got a Xavier McKinney. So he's an upgrade over. Okay. Oh, I can only pick one. Oh, of course, it says here, round 1 of 1. Picks remaining this round 1. So I can only pick one of these guys. So I already got Khalil Mack. Y'all saw him in the game doing his thing, got his sack. So I have him upgraded to like a 85 now. Let's see here. Urlacher middle. Because I have Khalil Mack as I already had this Khalil Mack card as my edge rusher. My right edge rusher. So let's see here. 80 Urlacher. T. Higgins. I have T. Higgins. I upgraded him to like a 83 now. I think I have him up to an 83 already. See, I don't. Okay, Marshall Lynch. So I got to decide, do I want to get Xavier McKinney or do I want to get Marshawn Lynch? Or do I want to get Urlacher? I do have Ray Lewis, by the way. But I think I could upgrade this one further than I can my Ray Lewis card, because that's a different kind of card. This is like, because like as you see, it says S1. That stands for season 1. So we are currently in season 1 of Madden 26. MUT. So MUT 26, we're in season 1 of that. And so these are the players that you can get. They'll give you these players during the season, and you can get these upgrade tokens, and you can decide like which one you want to spend the upgrade token for. So for right now, I have Khalil Mack and I have Higgins, so I can decide, like, you know, as I progress through the season, like I get tickets. You know, that's what they call them. You get enough tickets, you can purchase a token with those tickets, and then to upgrade that player. And by the way, I didn't spend any money yet in terms of like trying to upgrade my players. I haven't spent any money. Maybe that's the reason why I only got one bowl right now. So, but yeah. So I mean, I try not to go overboard with it, but you know, I may eventually purchase some packs here and there, you know, like I did in Madden 25. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, you know, I got a bowl without, you know, spending anything. So we'll see how much further I get with that. But yeah, but right now I can pick one of these players. Who do I need? Yeah, I need some support over the top, man. Yeah, I got some help in the middle already with Ray Lewis, but you know, Urlacher is the man. You know, he's cool. You know, I am a Bears fan, as you know, but you know, it's other things about him that I'm like, whatever. But obviously he's great. You know, great player, great Bears player. But you know, I'm kind of like whatever. I used to have an Urlacher jersey, but then after I found out more about him, I'm like, this dude, whatever. Yeah, but that's a different story. So here, Xavier McKinney. I guess I'll go ahead and go with Xavier McKinney, because I need some support over the top so I can stop getting bombed. Okay, so as you can see, he's going to be he's going to be an upgrade over Jay Sanker, because Jay Sanker is who I have right now. He's a 75 OVR. Xavier McKinney is an 80 OVR, so I'm going to go ahead and just promote him to starter. Let's see what I got in this. So this is definitely unique to winning the bowl in head-to-head. So veteran Super Bowl champion pack. Let's see what I get here. Open up the pack. Okay, 75,000 coins. We need some more virtual currency. Yeah. Oh yeah, now that bumped me up to 443. I was at 300,000 plus. Now I'm at over 400,000 plus. So So that helped out a lot. Let's see here. Pay dirt pack. All right, so this is who I got in the pay dirt pack. He's a promotion to DT4. He's not going to be a starter, but he took over the 4th string position. Again, he's a Mike 2 middle linebacker. That's what Mike means. It means middle linebacker. Let's see here. And he's an upgrade over my 2nd string Mike. So Jay Campbell will overtake the number 2 spot for Mike. So all right, so I'm going to promote him. Yeah, okay. So thank you for joining me for this live stream. I know a majority of this was not like gameplay coverage. You did see gameplay coverage at the beginning of the stream, in which you witnessed me win a bowl in head-to-head seasons in MUT mode. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know your comments, what you think, and if you want to interested in like starting an online franchise with me, just comment about that, and then we can get the particulars together so that we can make that happen. So once again, thank you for joining me, and this is Blitz King out.